Welcome to Let's Talk Midlife Crisis. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Traci. We're your go to hosts for all things midlife, menopause, and moments of pure mayhem. Hey, Ashley, you're in
Tracy.
Utah. How's Utah?
I am. I haven't seen you for so long. I've been gone for weeks.
I know. I'm so jealous. How's the weather in Utah?
Oh, it's perfect. I mean, it's been a little warm the last few days, but not as warm as where you are in Phoenix.
Of course not.
But the nice thing is the mornings and evenings are so beautiful. It cools down, and you can sit on the patio and not sweat.
Right, right.
So yeah, it's been really nice.
Oh, I'm so jealous. Good for you. Good for
Yeah.
you. And spending time up there with family and friends. What is the most exciting thing that you've done since you've been there?
Oh gosh, there's been so much. I'm really close to my sister, and we need to have her on the show. She's 54. She's going through all the stuff we're going through, and so
Yes.
we spent a lot of time talking about midlife and menopause. And she lives in Moab, which is just absolutely beautiful. It's stunning. So I spent some time with her on my way up to Salt Lake, and I'll see her again on my way back home. So that's
Nice.
one of my favorite. Of course, I love seeing all my family. They're all up here, and it's just beautiful. The mountains. It's very green. It's just a really cool place to be in the summer. There's a lot of hiking. I've been going for a lot of walks. I brought my dog Mia. She's here with me,
Oh,
so I've been taking her for a lot of walks, and she's been in heaven. So yeah, it's been
wow.
really great.
Awesome. Yeah, we definitely need to get your sister on the calendar. So
Yeah,
let's
yeah, we
make
do.
that happen. And for me, it's been pretty much just working nonstop, having the grandkids over. And I mentioned it earlier, but I thought I would lead out with this. Last weekend, my grandkids, my two younger ones were over, and my youngest and my granddaughter. So I have four grandkids, three are boys, one's a girl. The youngest is a girl. She's 5, just started kindergarten 2 weeks ago today. And
Aw.
she was over this weekend. They were all over, or both of them were, her and her brother, the 5 and 7 year olds were over this weekend. And she had grabbed my cell phone, went into the back room and
Oh.
into a closet and started mad dialing people from my work. Not only that, but of course her parents and her aunts and my other two grandchildren, but most importantly, people, more than a handful of people from my work.
So
And
did she actually talk to these people?
so one person that I'm aware of, she actually spoke to multiple times. As you can imagine, the horror look on my face when I realized this, and then looked at my call log. She was FaceTiming people, and
Oh
she did
no.
connect with one of my coworkers who, texted me this morning and said, "Oh, your granddaughter is so cute," and I just was like, "Oh my goodness!" But so unfortunately, that was the big excitement of my weekend. We did
Wow.
have a great time this weekend with the kids, but it was just one of those things. I just was,
Oh my
all
gosh,
you
that
can
is
do
too
is
funny.
laugh. So
That's too funny.
the other people were traveling. I had created this slide with all these cute pictures of her that I was going to win everybody over with this morning on a team call that we usually have in the mornings, but everyone except for one person was traveling. So, but whatever. Anyway, so I'm over it, and it's a good thing that I'm older now, because that probably would have really upset me more when I was younger.
Right.
But at this age, all I can do is laugh.
Yep.
So
Life
whatever.
goes on.
Life goes on. And I'm sure there's probably people out there that can relate, especially
Oh yeah.
those that work remotely. There was a call earlier today. It went 2 hours. Oh my goodness, there needs to be a cap on
Oh.
these calls. And somebody was speaking and taking themselves off mute and kept talking, and you could hear their child or children the whole time. And my heart as a mom, went out to them. But so
Yeah.
I'm sure that our listeners can relate to somewhat of there has to be, almost everyone probably has a story.
Oh, I'm
Um,
sure. Especially with, online, meetings and things like that.
yeah.
I swear every call that I'm on that has a multiple people, like a bunch of people, there's always someone that doesn't realize they're not on mute.
Yes, I know. I know. And even before the remote age, and of course you'd always been remote, but there was always things that kids would do, work or get on my work computer or, something when my kids were younger. So again, all I'm trying to do is just laugh it off and move forward. But
Yeah, I mean, the beauty of it is, like you said, everyone's probably got a story. They can all relate. So.
Exactly. But today is our final episode of season 2. Can you believe it?
Wow.
I know.
We've been through 2 whole seasons.
Two
That's
whole
amazing.
seasons, yes. And then after Labor Day, what day is that? The Tuesday after Labor Day is, it's the 2nd of September is going to be our launch of season 3.
Wow.
I know.
This season went so fast.
It did seem like it went fast, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
it did. It went really fast. We had so many guests this season. It was really cool.
Yeah, 100%
We met a lot
agree.
of really great people.
We did, 100% agree. Everybody from, say, Ron was one of our first guests, trying to align midlife with, being a gem.
Yeah, we had a couple of guests that came back. Debbie came back on for a second time.
Love her.
Oh,
Debbie
she's
Weiss.
great.
I know. Well, she had launched a new book, right?
Right.
So, yeah. She's amazing.
Yeah, it's really fun. And I learned a lot. There was a lot of, we were talking earlier about, all the life coaches out there and the different ways that they coach. And,
Yes.
I learned a lot about that. And, we had, was it Jen that was on that taught us, a lot how you can go back to childhood
Yes.
and
And
work
offered
through things
free
that way.
Yeah, and Jen actually offered free material,
Yes.
free downloadable material as well, at 100%. And then we had Zoe talking about sound therapy, which still intrigues me. I still want to dive into that a little bit more and try it. But yeah, you're 100% right. And I just find it so encouraging and uplifting how many women are turning this midlife from a crisis into embracing it and being
Embracing it and helping
empowered.
others do the same.
And helping others do the same. And maybe it's just because now we're talking about it, but when we started talking about it a couple years ago, it didn't seem like people were talking about it.
No.
And now I think we're the trendsetters. That's what's happening. So
I'll own that.
yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah, and we talked about a lot of things like celebrating our friendships, female friendships in midlife, and how important those are. And also, unfortunately, friendships that ended.
Yes,
For us,
that's true.
In
I
particular.
think that happened with a lot of people this past year. And over things that you never thought it would be over.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's really sad.
100%.
We talked about, the impact of social media, whether it was, in a positive way or a negative way, and, learning how to set boundaries for ourselves
Yeah.
on that, not to compare ourselves so much to everybody else and what they're showing, because what they're showing is not always actually what's happening.
Yes.
We talked a lot about that.
Yeah. And the struggle and overcoming self-awareness was something that I felt we really went deep on. And then finding joy in retirement with Nina. Love Nina.
Oh, I love Nina. Yes.
A returning guest again who introduced us to Time Left, which is that dinner with strangers app. So, which I think is just an incredible opportunity and a kind of a new spin, if you will, on dating apps or just socializing.
Yeah, seeing Nina talk about her experiences since she's retired is really inspiring. I think a lot of people are scared of that, especially if they're single. And, it's kind of like, what am I going to do if I'm not working anymore? That's pretty much, that's the biggest chunk of your life for so long. And then all of a sudden it's gone. And it's really inspiring to see her get out and try new things and meet new people She's adorable. I love her.
Yeah, me too. Me too. And of course, we have to mention my whole chin hair. We did a whole episode on hair growth where it grows in places that it shouldn't be growing. It's stopped growing or slowing down like on my legs and under my arms, but for whatever reason it just starts coming out your face. Not for whatever reason, it's hormonal, but chin hair crisis. And it was a crisis, and I'm happy to report, knocking on wood, that through my maintenance of going back for laser hair removal, that I am currently still facial hair free. And I love it. I love it. I had literally had stubble and
oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was bad. And when you feel that on yourself, it was just gut wrenching. So yeah.
Absolutely. We also talked a lot about Paige. We love having her on, talking about skincare.
Yes.
A lot of different things that you can do, to treat, hair removal or wrinkles or elasticity, things like that. One of my favorite ones too was talking about the cannabis remedies that are out there now.
Yes.
Because that, I think, is a very unique, remedy that's out there that hasn't really, a lot of people haven't been open to that. And now that they're learning more about it, they're really considering it. I know quite a few people who are 50 plus who never experimented with it or cared for it, and now they're finding that certain forms of it have been very beneficial for them. So
100%. And there's also a different variant of CBD, so it offers an alternative to the THC. So for those that may have jobs where they're drug tested or just don't feel comfortable,
or they're afraid of
of the THC, it did provide an alternative, and you can do it discreetly in the comfort of your home via internet, and it's shipped right to your door. So
it's amazing.
Yeah.
We also talked about dating etiquette, which I thought was fun, watching for red flags, things like that. And I think I even brought in, my daughter's only in her 20s. I think I had brought that into the discussion, and oh Lord, that girl still, she's driving me crazy.
Oh my goodness. We'll have to talk more offline about that.
We will, absolutely. But yeah, I mean, you've tried a few different things, and you've talked more about getting into possibly some, other platforms as far as apps and things like that. And it's really crazy to think about how many different options are out there to meet new people.
Yes.
And I think that's really amazing. I mean, it's not like you have to go to church or run into someone at the grocery store. Who grocery shops anymore? I mean, some people do, but I think a lot of people are doing grocery pickup or deliveries.
I just signed up. It's funny that you say that. I've been doing a lot of pickups, and but then I notice on my pedometer on my phone that I'm not getting my steps in. So it's like, oh, you need to at least go to the grocery store, for goodness sakes. And because I work from home and I don't carry the phone around with me all day long as I run to the bathroom 10 times or whatever, go to the kitchen. But so I did notice that my steps were down significantly. However, I have been working ridiculous number of hours. Last week I had 71 hours in, and that was probably being very conservative. I put in some hours, and so I actually had signed up for Walmart's program. It's a 30-day free trial to where they will deliver your groceries for you for free. So I've been utilizing that. I probably have about another week or two. I have alarms set up everywhere to cancel it before the 30 days, but I have been taking this to the extreme levels, I feel, by having it delivered.
I mean, in your defense, though, in Arizona right now, it's not like you can go outside and go for a 15-minute walk when it's 105 degrees, So I think probably a lot of people in Arizona, their steps go down in the summer.
They would have to. I think a lot of people actually have treadmills that they use. But for me, I love my bike, my electric bike. I'm a big advocate for it. It's like stretchy jeans. What did we do before we had them? I have been spending, as you know, a lot of time in the pool, and my
Yes.
grandkids have been messing with me. They're like, "Why don't you want to get your hair wet? Why aren't you
Aw.
swimming?" And different things. So I have been using the pool more this year
Good.
for exercise than I probably have in the whole 10 past years, right?
Yeah,
So.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's a great way to get exercise.
Yeah, in the heat, and it's, you don't sweat. It's always been my preferred means, but no matter where you live, it's kind of a seasonal option. For the most part, I guess you could go to a gym and maybe have a heated pool inside, but it's my
True.
favorite option for exercising. And I'm coming to terms with the fact that even though I don't need to perhaps lose weight, I have pretty much zero muscle tone left, but that's not even important to me either. But what is important is just moving and looking
Yep.
at my steps, things like that I never thought of when I was younger. It never occurred
yeah.
to me. But of course, when you're running around and you have little children, or when you work out of an office, in a brick and mortar, I used to have stairs that I had to climb at the office every day. Repeatedly every day. Anyway,
Right.
those types of things that are gone. And when I look at how many steps I take a day, it's shocking.
Yeah.
So
I mean, 71 hours in 1 week. That's crazy. You can't find time for anything else.
Yeah, you would think, right? It really isn't. It was actually, sometimes it's hard to sleep because you have to have that time in between, right? That you shut down the
relax,
computer
yeah.
to relax or whatever,
Decompress.
unwind. And my mind just continues to spiral. So hopefully it's going to calm down. It'll probably be December.
Oh gosh.
But it's already the middle of August. It's almost the end of August. Like, how did this happen?
Brutal.
So it'll be
Oh,
here
wow.
soon. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you did get a promotion, so
Yeah.
that's a good thing.
That's
Sometimes
true.
you gotta pay for that, especially in the beginning because you're going through a lot of change with your company. So
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah,
I'm
there was a
crossing my
reorg.
fingers things will calm down for you soon.
Thank you. And I know they will. Like I said, I anticipate it being towards the end of the year. But I'm still waiting knocking on wood, for some of our crypto investments to hit.
I haven't even looked at mine.
I actually hadn't looked at it for a while, but like the last month or so, I would say maybe 2-3 times a week, I would peek at it. And with that anxiousness, like, wouldn't it be great if?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this weekend, I actually did some more. I invested some more in crypto, but also in penny stocks, which I don't anticipate the penny stocks to anticipate being like a millionaire or being able to retire overnight. But I have had some good luck with them in the past. Just, a few $100s here, a few $100s there. And there's a bunch of stuff around the house that I want to get done. So I thought, well, let's throw $100 in and see what happens.
Yeah,
You never
that's
know.
awesome.
Yeah. But it's been a great year.
It has been a really good year. Yeah. I mean, it's only August. There's still a few more months.
I know. Or I should say, it's been a great season as far as the podcast is concerned.
Yeah.
We've
Yes.
scaled back, and I
fun.
think we're fine tuning and honing in on some things. We're no longer on the radio in Atlanta. That was a great run, but and our social channels are organically climbing very slowly, but they are climbing. But I think that we have stopped the shotgun approach and really just tried to hone in on focusing on the podcast.
Yes.
And I think it's paying off with the guests that we've been able to secure this past season.
Oh, we've been so lucky. We've met so many great people.
So many great people. It's just like I said, I felt like before we started this podcast, I don't recall people talking about midlife and, women in midlife. It was when you heard midlife crisis, your mind automatically went to a man who was, buying a Corvette, right?
Yes.
Or what have you. But now
Yeah.
it's evolved so much, and there's so much conversation around females, and then menopause and perimenopause and everything that we go through
Well, and speaking of men, we had our first male guest
We did.
on the show,
We
which was
did.
amazing. Man, that guy is incredible. He's in his 60s and he's doing heavy weightlifting.
I know.
Just incredible.
I was exhausted just listening to him,
Yes.
honestly,
Yeah.
and everything that he does. So inspiring.
Absolutely. And I've mentioned before that my brother, he's been listening to the show and he's learning a lot, which he's grateful for because, like you said, nobody's talked about it and
Right.
he's learning a lot. He has a wife and he has 3 daughters.
Yeah.
And he wants to understand what they're going through or going to go through and be there for them. And I just think that's adorable. That's so cool that he's trying to take what he can get from it to help them and understand it.
That's
So,
amazing. I think I'm surprised at how many men actually do listen to
Yeah.
our show. So I know that we've had a lot of comments in social posts and on YouTube about it. And it never ceases to amaze me about that. But I'm also glad. And like you said, I think that it's beneficial, especially for someone who's married or has,
Yeah.
girls, daughters in their family that hopefully we can provide some insights into.
Or moms, even moms. My kids have probably learned more than they would like to about menopause.
That's true.
But I think that it's cool that, they're only in their 20s. I'm not a very old mom. So
No,
it's
you're
really
not.
cool that they kind of are understanding what I'm experiencing. And my daughter's going to be very well educated about it by the time she hits it. So,
Yes, and I'm so excited about what is in store for her generation and my youngest
Yes.
daughter's generation, because of the things that we are putting forth, right? And talking about and bringing to light, and the research that's now being done that has never been done before. Just those types of things, and hopefully they will be able to benefit from that. And I know when I first started working in the late 80s, early 90s, there still weren't a lot of leadership, female leadership within major corporations and companies and stuff. And now I feel like we've kind of taken over the world, right? And I'm so proud to be a part of paving that way for women. That will benefit our daughters and, my granddaughter, and yours,
Yes,
future generations
absolutely.
to come. So, very proud of all of that. But yeah, it's been a great year. It's been a great year.
It's been a great year and it's been fun. And I'm
Yeah.
grateful to do this with you and
Me
have you as a good
too.
friend.
Oh, me too. Me too. I need to re-listen to some of our episodes, like the
I
one
know.
where we talked about the 8 types of rest that you need.
Yes.
I think that's perfect for me right now. Maybe I should listen to that when I go to sleep
We should
tonight.
probably do an episode. Like, we need to go back and research all that because I remember getting so hype about something and like, oh, I'm going to change my life with this.
Yes.
And then, like, get so caught up in work and this and that. And I'm like, and then you tell me it's, the last episode of the season. And I'm like, wait, I don't know if I did any of the stuff that I was going to do.
I know. I'm right there with you. I feel the same way. So I think that there's ways that we can probably create some of the things that we recommend from the guests that we've had on. That might be a great
Absolutely.
project for us as we're
And
entering into
yeah.
our 3rd season. We are just now starting to sell merch. So go ahead and go to our website, letstalkmidlifecrisis.com. We just published a t-shirt that comes in a couple different colors. I believe, I can't even remember now. It comes in short sleeve and then long sleeve, but it's super cute. It's just a graphic logo tee on the front that says Let's Talk Midlife Crisis with our logo, but on the back of it, about hips length or setting right above your hips on the back of the shirt, it says stop staring at my sass exclamation point, which I just think is the cutest thing. So it's one of those that is going to make people like do a double take, like, wait a minute,
yeah.
what?
I love that.
That's
I
just
love
the
it.
beginning of our merch. So check it out. I'm excited about, I'm all Q3, I'm in work mode. I'm excited about season 3 and all of the guests that we have lined up. We are going to be making some noticeable changes to the podcast. I think we're going to basically be becoming less formal, more conversational. And of course, we're going to have Paige back on. We're going to do some fun.
Hello. She just stopped in to say hi. She'll be on the show a lot more.
Hey, Paige.
Hi, I miss you.
Miss you. Have fun in Utah. But some more fun, like rapid fire questions and things like that as we roll into our new season. So
I'm excited for it.
Me too. But thank you all.
Thank you to everyone that listens.
Yes.
We appreciate you so much.
Yes, we couldn't do this without you. And season 3 is going to be even better. I think just like everything else, fine wine and us, we're just getting better with age. There's going to be more guests, more sass, and maybe some more chin hair stories. We'll see.
Hopefully it's just chin hair and not facial hair.
There you go.
Chest hair.
Oh my gosh, don't even go there. Don't even manifest that, which is another topic that we cover quite regularly.
Yes, we have.
Cool. Thank you. See you next season.
See you next season.
Well, that wraps it up for today. Thanks for joining us on Let's Talk Midlife Crisis. We hope you got some laughs, a little inspiration, and maybe a few new ideas.
If you loved today's episode, hit that subscribe button so you'll never miss an episode. And hey, share the love. Send this episode to a friend who could use a good laugh and some midlife wisdom.
Connect with us on social media at Let's Talk Midlife Crisis and let us know what's on your mind. We love hearing from you.